A storm came through here about a week ago, and I didn't know that this had happened. But there was a tornado, that's for sure, that sat down. It didn't seem like it was too bad around the house, but this is about 3 miles north of the house. But that laid down a lot of trees. That backwater softens up in, but these will look like just twisted off. They're old overcup. Looked like the overcup was the weakest ones. Well, I think he's trying to tell the human race, you don't control the weather, I do. I think that's the message. So all this talk about human beings have figured out a way to
defeat climate change.
Yeah,
we're gonna stop it.
They're gonna decide what temperature we're gonna have and how much water is gonna fall from the sky.
That's ridiculous.
God says, nope.
Yeah.
I will decide that. Crack right there. It's leaning.
Crack.
The wind almost got that one, Dan.
No, that might, yeah, I see the crack right there.
I thought maybe it's lightning, but it's a crack.
Yeah.
That one I think is gonna come down too.
So with that NATO, how fast do you think that wind was going? If you had to guess.
They said, the weather report, of course, you know, they miss a lot of them. They say 50 miles an hour.
Phil, here's the ironic thing about what you just said.
You wouldn't have wanted to be down in here when that came through.
No. We have a hard enough time. I mean, they want to control the weather and whatnot, combating climate change, and we can hardly predict the weather. I mean, you're going to control it. You can't even have the time to predict it.
It's educated guesses, but a lot of guessing.
It's reactionary. Well, do you think we'll be cutting tree limbs and trees out of the way once this water gets down to a certain height on our roads?
I don't think it. I know it. That
Okay.
Red will be down here with that track hoe getting them limbs, these trees off the road for another month. Once you dam up a river and raise the pool stage, you're already setting yourself up for more water than you had.
Yeah. And based off what you said before in the past, just think, if the Earth had a tilt just 1 degree more or was spinning just a little faster, the weather here,
Oh my goodness.
we wouldn't be able to sustain the weather here.
I'm telling you. Well, that shield around the Earth, what do they call it? That shield where all the
Magnetic shield?
yeah, the magnetic field that surrounds the Earth, it takes care of a lot of these, that debris, chunks of rocks, meteors, comets.
Yeah, and radiation.
Radiation steers it around us. Have to have
that. We'd be Mars.
it. It just so happened to have that protective shield around it. Huh.
Yeah. At least for now. Degrades over time.
This goes for miles and miles. Hundreds of miles south, hundreds of miles north. You're like shallow flooded woods. The crawfish have raised, and we're fixing to move in on them. We know they're here, but it's deep. If we had pillar traps and all that, we could catch them. But, you know, we're gonna get all we want. Starting in about, as soon as you're driving down through here on four-wheeler instead of this boat, when it all gets confined, I see crawfish everywhere I look. They're hanging all over these trees.
Yeah.
There is a crop of them. Big time.
Big ones too.
Yeah, they're big. When the current begins to pick up a little bit, the lower it gets, we'll just put our traps along there and he won't even have to. All right, hold it right there. Hold it right there. That's all right, Dan. Look, I'm gonna go around that.
All right.
We thought they'd be here big time. We were right.
Yep.
On the one hand, you gotta remember, somebody said, oh, they flooded out. They couldn't even drive to their house for months. But we said, yep, you think this is pretty bad? They said, yeah, man, you can't even get to your house. You know what my reply was? What about all them crawfish that's gonna come off of this thing? They're like, what? I said, high water, months of high water, millions of crawfish. They said, so you're happy that it's here because of the crawfish and you're not gonna sing the blues, having to drive around, you know, this, that, and the other, try to get to your house. No. We're gonna get after these crawfish on this big backwater. I told old Red to get ready. I got a bag of crawfish bait in the back of the wheeler. We got new crawfish pots.
Crawfish cleaner.
Crawfish cleaner. Somebody figured out how to do that. So beginning in about, I thought it would be within a week, but river slowed down falling, so it's just sitting here. But as it falls, this is where all the water ends up for miles, right out here in my duck hole. So not only is it a duck hole, it's a crawfish hole like you haven't seen lately. And this runs all the way, all these crawfish, all the way down into the Chapelai Basin, the Great Swamp. A lot of crawfish, it's a beautiful thing. My mouth is watering. Fried crawfish tails, all you can eat. Boiled crawfish. Little corn in there, them small red potatoes. 3 or 4 heads of garlic. 2 or 3 onions. Kosher salt. Man, Dan, this road ain't much of a road, is it?
Not anymore.
Nope. I'm gonna have to stick to that same way I came in a while ago.
Yeah. Thing broke hard right over there.
Look at all this debris. One tree after the other.
Yeah.
Cut off by fallen trees. I could go around it probably. But I don't think it's worth the effort. Watch your eyes.